Nice legs. Okay, so here we are in the 2014 M235i. So this is the 3-litre turbo rear-wheel drive 8-speed auto model of the BMW 2 Series. It's a 6-cylinder engine, puts out 240 kilowatts, 450 newton meters of torque. Currently we are in Sports Plus, which turns off traction control and the engine stop start, which alright, let's take it for a drive, see how she goes. Just making sure the general manager isn't here because he doesn't know I'm doing this. This car is currently for sale here at Big Box Cars. We've got over 400 cars in our dealership and also going through our workshop currently. We have everything from little Hyundai i20s all the way to Porsches, BMW, Mercedes. It's not as low as I'd like it to be. I'd like the seat to be a little bit lower. It's got a weird adjustment. You pull up the handle and the seat comes with you. So you got to push down on it. It's not like a pump or it's not electric. It's a 7-speaker stereo. I'll show you a little video, you know, quality of sound, how it gets you in the mood just now.
Yeah, you know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah, you know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah, you know what it is. Everything I do,
I can't sing. That's enough. So when you accelerate, you know, when the gear changes, it's got a little. We are on the on-ramp now. Alright, so I thought why not do something completely different, seeing this is my first video and, well, I just needed an excuse, a reason to be here. So right now I've just pulled in and parked up at Daisy Hill BMW. So this is Motorline BMW. These guys have the Lotus, Mini and BMW dealership here in Daisy Hill, which is around the corner from Springwood in Brisbane. So let's go in and let's see if I can sweet talk someone to give me the keys to an M2 so I can show you what an amazing car that is. Oh, hello to you too. So this is the baddest brother you can buy for the M235i. This is the M2 competition. And I've got the key! How good does that look? Look at the size of the brakes on this thing. So the seats are different, they're a whole lot more supportive. Steering wheel is similar, the interior layout is actually very similar to the 2014 235i we're driving. Obviously it's got its own little M touches, nicer interior overall in terms of quality, the signature M knob, but apart from that it is still relatively similar. The red button for stop start. a whole lot angrier. To take it for a drive. No. The idea is to review the M235i, not the M2, but it is such a nice car. And these seats are so much better. So much more supportive. Alright, so we are leaving Daisy Hill Motorline BMW now after looking at the M2 competition, because I couldn't help myself, okay? Just stop judging, I couldn't help myself. Just such a nice car. So the M235i felt very, very similar on the inside. The seats in the M2 competition were a whole lot more supportive though, and it's the only downside in my eyes to this car here. The brakes are good, the engine's really, really nice, it makes a good noise. 235i, this is a 2014 model, pedal shifts, 8-speed auto, 3 litre, 6-cylinder, 240 kilowatts, 450 newton meters of torque, rear wheel drive, and the sensors work really well because it comes up on the screen as a color display of like green, orange and red in terms of how close you're getting to an object, a car or a child. So that's really good. Alright, so sports mode, sports plus. La, 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 bye. Oh yeah, and the brakes. I've used the brakes quite a bit, as you can imagine, and they work well. They're no carbon ceramic brake. They're not drilled and slotted and all that sort of performance, massive performance brakes, but they do a decent job. They're not too bad. Obviously, this car isn't on a track, and we're not doing laps after laps after laps, so I can't tell you, you know, how much of the brake fade there is and all that sort of stuff. But as for everyday use or a little bit of spirited driving, just here and there, I still would love the M2 competition seats. Those were nice. So I'm getting a little bit addicted to the 6-cylinder turbo noise, if you couldn't tell already. I'm really liking this engine. I can see why BMW uses this engine in so many of their cars. It is compliant. It sounds actually pretty decent for a turbo 6-cylinder. It's got a nice to it, like a rumble. Instead of, it's not tinny, and 6-cylinders generally aren't, so it's good. Occasionally you can hear the boost kick in, and I wish it had a little bit more of that boost, like turbo spool noise, which it doesn't. You know, the A45 and the RS3 does a good job there. But in saying that, this never feels like it's under stress or strained. You get a lot of kit for your money. Obviously you get the BMW build quality, and you can feel the driving machine sort of DNA in this car, because I can't say the same for any Mercedes, and I do mean any Mercedes. The A45 is a different sort of animal. The C-Class, when you jump in a Merc, you know it's not going to be as precise. When you jump in an Audi, you know the grip's going to be ridiculous, the build quality is going to be fantastic, but it won't be as involving as a BMW. It's very involving, it's a fun car, and when you want to, like, you know, right, you can just... You can chew up kilometers in this thing so quickly, and I love the fact that it's a short wheelbase. Being a short wheelbase, it's just so go-karty. It's very darty, it's precise, it's nimble, it's fast. Now when I say fast, clearly I'm doing the speed limit. This is 110 zone, and I'm only doing 109. Never have I done anything more than 109 kilometers in my life. So to conclude, the 235i, this is the 2014 model, and it is definitely a fun car. You could use this all day, every day. It is a joy to drive every time you get behind the wheel. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you want a car where you can get behind the wheel and go, you know what, I want to get to wherever I'm going, have some fun on the way, enjoy the driving experience, as BMW would put it, the ultimate driving machine. This is far from the ultimate driving machine, but it is fantastic. It is a really, really, really fun car to be in. Again, the rear seats are pretty useless. The boot space is pretty decent. The legroom's good. The air conditioning works wonders. It's a really good air conditioning unit. It's got xenon headlights, bi-xenon headlights. The LED BMW signature halo lights are there as well. Your Bluetooth, USB, cruise control, sat nav, it's all there. Automatic lights and wipers. The steering is pretty precise. It has a little bit of a flat spot, but it's nothing crazy. The engine sounds nice. It's never really under stress. You know, when you drive an A45 AMG and you're pushing it to its limits, it does sound and you can feel it. And this is never like that. Okay, so we've spent basically the whole day in the 2014 M235i in the 8-speed automatic. So essentially a rear wheel drive, 3-litre, 6-cylinder, turbo, 240 kilowatts, 450 Newton meters of torque, and it is a very, very fun everyday car. So it's a good fun car, right? If you want something that's not, you know, excessively over the top, but still puts a smile on your face when you're doing your day-to-day commute, got some windy roads, or even, you know, on the highway. This is actually a really fun car. Now, it's relatively practical in terms of boot space. Legroom in the front's really good. Can't say the same for the back though. Like those rear seats, unless you're my height, unless you're like 3 feet, just don't use it, because you can't. It's pretty impractical. But then again, it's a short wheelbase, small coupe. It's understandable. Got some lasagna. Mum's gonna be happy. Thank you for watching my 235i review. Now please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, because to me that's the way of knowing that someone's actually viewed the video, enjoyed the video, and thinks I did a decent job of it. Now if you'd like to see something different, things I can improve on, please feel free to comment. Please do subscribe, do share. It shows to me that I've done something right and you'd like to see more of it. Thank you very much. Take care. Chris Chetty out.